Alright, so we've been toying with water storage ideas for a little bit, considering we've only got the two 120 litre tanks on board. So 240 litres, I mean, it's a fair bit, but we seem to be going through it a bit because, I don't know, you get used to using the tap in the sink and all that sort of stuff. So we're working out how the best way of getting either an extra tank in there or just more water. So we've thought of, well, we haven't thought of it, we're trying the whole water bladder idea. So this will go into the footwell of the cruiser here, and the kids will be able to just either rest their feet on top of it. Ari, who sits behind me, is too short to even get down there, so it doesn't matter. Rafe usually sits with his feet up here anyway, and Asta usually sits with her feet sitting on the center console there. So, I mean, it's not ideal, we won't use it all the time, but for when we need to add that extra bit of water, I think this will probably be a good idea. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, it holds 110 litres, so that'll add an extra third capability to our what we've already got now. So we'll try it out. We obviously haven't run it yet. We'll fill it up today and just see how it goes. So it's a Flexi Make is the brand. We got this made in Australia, 110 litres. And yeah, so pretty much when you get it, it has none of these fittings on it that comes with them all. It just has the white breather and fill point, I suppose you'd call it, or that's where the suction point where it draws the water from. Pretty much just have to put these black fittings on, and you get these bits of hose and everything like that as well with it. Comes with a ball valve or on-off valve. So I plumb that into the bottom. This sits up like that, and this is just a breather, so when you're filling it, you pretty much just unscrew the cap, and then when obviously you're filling it from the bottom, the air will push out and come out the pipe, and then once water starts coming out here, then you turn the tap off, pop your cap back on, and then she's full, ready to go. So then when you need it, you can either just gravity drain it if you want to fill up water bottles or something like that. It also comes with a 12-volt pump, so you can attach a hose onto here into the 12-volt pump and then into your caravan or camper trailer or whatever you want to fill up with water. So while we're on water storage, we've also got we've got two 20-litre jerry cans that go on the back of the cruiser on the spare wheel carrier, and these come in handy for just filling up the kids' drink bottles and things like that, so we're not wasting the caravan water. And then we can obviously do it when we're out, if we're doing gorge walks or things like that, or any sort of exploring. We've got water on hand, we've got 40 litres on hand. One thing we have done is we've just got a USB chargeable 12-volt pump, so pretty much that can just has an on-off like that, because those taps seem to not work as well. They sort of twist around and they break the thread and things like that, so these work really a lot better, and they're USB rechargeable, so we get a decent whole camping trip out of it before we need to charge it again, so they're definitely worth getting. Alright, so we're here filling up now. We've got the water filter on, in through the hose, in through our ball valve that we got on there, into the bottom, caps off, so it's pushing all the air out, and we're filling up the bladder. We'll see how it goes. You can see we're starting to get a bit of water coming out now. It's the all the air getting pushed out with the water. So just let that go a little bit. Ari's giving us a little hand there. He's giving a little boot with his feet. That's good. Push the air out. You can see it just coming out. So once you're ready and done, just turn the tap off, turn your valve off, and screw the lid back on, and then you're good to go. Obviously, just make sure we'll keep those the tap and the valve out of hands way, so kids don't just open it while we're driving along. But anyway, that'll be good. Alright, so the time's come. We need to fill up our water tanks. So the two outside ones are our main fill tanks, and the middle one's a grey tank. I'm just going to empty that out, that's alright. So the two outside ones, we're down to what, under half each. So yeah, we've got 110 litres of that bladder, so we'll pump into it now. Alright, so we've got the breather off, just up in the air, and then we've got our ball valve open to another hose. Just running it out the back here. It's a little bit crude at the moment, but I'm just seeing if it works. To our pump, which then goes off into our tank. I've already filtered this water, so that's why I haven't got the filter on at the moment. So it's not going to be contaminated or anything like that. And all they really supply you with is this pump with the open end. So I've just going to dodge it into the trail plug at the moment. And then if it works good, I'll just make up either some sort of box or something with a relay and something like that, where you can just plug it into 12 volt and then just have a switch. So it's nice and easy. But yeah, we'll just see how this works. Yeah, so it's pumping away over there. It's just taking a little bit to get the air out of the system. And there we go. Flowing nicely. I'll pop that in there. And we just wait. Alright, so we've been going for about 15 minutes or so, and it's actually chewed through. It's pretty good. So this is all empty. I've pretty much just lifted the lifted one end up, just to try and help with the flow, get all the water down this end where the outlet is. And yeah, it's going really nicely, filling up quite well. Alright, so we've finished pumping the water in, and look at that, we're pretty much full on both tanks now, so extra 110 litres, and that's worked well. It only took about 20 minutes. And yeah, now I can have a cold shower because it is hot. Anyway, so that's good. That's us for another 3 or 4 days if we keep going like that. So yeah, pretty much the electric pump and the bladder for the win. It's good stuff.